I hated Bleach. Matter of fact, I would say it was the worst of the big three. Well, 6 cups of Joe and a massive Bleach fan barging into my house, and I changed my thoughts. Bleach is genuinely an experience anyone should try because it's just so good. Now, I have yet to watch the anime. I've read all of the manga within 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights. I devoured the pages like you gave a blind man sight. It felt like my eyes were opened. I felt I was given a piece of pure refined gold on a silver platter. Although I think my friend, on the other hand, was in complete terror of watching their friend just tear into his manga with such ferociousness.
Hey son, I wanted to talk to you. I know religion's important and all, but I think you might be taking it.
So what are my thoughts with Bleach? Where do I stand with Bleach? Well, to answer all these questions, we need to start at the very beginning, so let's do that. Why I hated Bleach is a very interesting point. Now, the biggest thing for me was, naturally, you shouldn't really judge a series basically off its cover or what other people say. But when you have something drilled into your head since pretty much the first time you've ever heard the series to pretty much every single year anyone brings it up that it's a bad series or it's trash or even the manga's trash and never hear 1 ounce of good from a series, you're naturally inclined to just steer away from that series. It's just natural, and that was what it was for me. And over time I began to actually hate the series because all I could hear was people saying it was bad. And yeah, it was wrong of me to do that. And the thing is, it is a valuable lesson to learn that you shouldn't really judge a cover until you actually look inside that book. And that is when I changed my mind. The Messenger of Bleach. For me, as I said, I've had no one in my life ever really give any praise or love to the series. For all this time, everyone that I've ever seen brought it up in a negative light. Back in 2020 is when this really started happening. If you don't know, essentially I met up with my old friend group from high school or middle school, and essentially there is when I started to hear some positive things from one of my friends, who we will call the Messenger. He was the only one that ever brought it up, and it wasn't just small heaps of information. It was almost every single conversation that we had about anime would always just alter itself towards actually Bleach. And the more and more I wanted to try it out, but I didn't. Until one day, he brought the entire series over for me to read. And well, it led me to one thing.
We will now pass judgment.
So where do I stand with Bleach? Where do I put myself? Honestly, if you have not looked at my channel, if you've not looked on my Instagram, well, the answer is I absolutely love Bleach. Matter of fact, I find it to be the second best out of the big three, and I still struggle with the fact that I believe that One Piece might not be as good as Bleach. I still want to go ahead and learn more of both the series, but as a whole, I've never experienced something as genuinely awesome as Bleach. From the story to the underlining developments of all the characters whelming up together, from the plot twists and much more, it all is just thrown at you one by one, and it doesn't stop. Even my favorite character, which is Aizen, literally you could have an argument of whether or not he really is the villain of the show. But hey, that's not today's video. Overall, my thoughts are that Bleach is something that you should try. While I've not actually seen the anime, I've only read the manga. The manga is something of a experience that I recommend. If you've never read it, I do truly ask you to try it out sometime. Even if it's just the first few chapters, it's honestly something that I think anyone should try. But that is my video on why I hated Bleach. Ultimately, there is a lot more I could talk about, and if you guys want to know more, let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, thank you so much for your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.